Greetings, and welcome. Happy Saturday to you all. This is Rob McCray coming to you live. And today I just wanted to share a quick message with you as we want to pay honor and tribute to my dearly departed mother. And this day, July 15th of 2023, marks 1 year that she has gone home to glory to be with the Lord. So we just want to talk a little bit about how she has impacted our lives and made us the great, well, I'm not going to say great, but the persons that we are today. And I'm going to bring on my sister in a little bit. And hopefully, we'll also have my nephew come on a little bit later as well. So we just want to share to hear more about her legacy and how she has impacted our lives. She was a very strong woman, a very strong Black woman, and she epitomizes that phrase in every sense of the word. For she was one that was of great determination. You know, she would not be denied in anything in which she set her heart and her mind to, no matter what restrictions came about. But she was just one that was going to make sure that she got things done in the appropriate manner. And another reason why we wanted to do this broadcast today, more importantly, is because tomorrow is promised to no one, and so that we all know that we're going to experience the loss of lives of our loved ones at some point in our lives, as many of you have probably already gone through yourself. So, in going through that grieving process, it is a difficult one. It was probably the worst time period of my life when we got the word that my mother had passed on. But life goes on. We have to continue to fight and make sure that they do not die in vain, and make sure that their legacy will live on forever after. So those are the main reasons and why we're doing this live broadcast today. And for any of you that are going through the grieving process, we hope by us sharing our experiences and reminiscing and holding on to those good times will help you get through the grieving process for yourself as well. Amen. All right, so now I'm going to bring on my beautiful sister, Hope McCray. And for those of you that know her, you know that she is one that does not like to be on the camera. She does not really do social media and all that stuff. And, I was really kind of surprised when she accepted the invitation, but I am so grateful that she did. And, it just goes to show that, she realized the importance of, sharing our experiences in going through the grieving process and how it's going to be helpful to others as they go through it themselves. So without further ado, here she is, the one and only my sister, Hope McCray. Hope, how we doing today?
Good, thank you. How about
All
you?
right, all right. So yeah, your mic's still a little low, but we'll get through it.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's better. All right. So Hope is located in Fort Worth, Texas. How long you been down there now?
11 years?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's
Man,
fine.
time really goes by fast.
It does. It does.
Blessing, Sister Cheryl. Good to see you. Bless you. Bless you. So yeah, we're going to be uh, talking about some things that we experienced with Mom. A lot of the good times, and we're just going to treasure those moments, and that really helped us get through the grieving process, and made it a lot easier for us to get through these times. Brother Patrick, my brother, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. God bless you as well. Hopefully, we're going to have my nephew come on as well, as he lived with us in on Grove Street in Irvington, New Jersey. Uh, During our younger years, that's where, well, for myself, I spent 42 years of my life on Grove Street in Irvington. Hope moved out from there. So I guess she got about what, 36, 37 years in over there, somewhere about. Millie, how you doing?
Let's see. Yeah, because I left at 23, but then I came back next door at, what was that,
Yeah, yeah,
30.
yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right, right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, that was one of the funniest moments. But we'll get into it. We'll get to it. Okay. Uh-oh. Tony is in the building. All right. So let me bring on my nephew. He has made it. So he is Antonio McCray, and he is now residing in York, Pennsylvania. Tonio, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Glad you made it. Glad you made it.
He's in the garage. Where you at? The warehouse?
Hey, young Hope.
Hey.
I'm over here at Walmart real quick. So I'll just stop just trying to pull it all together here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, Tony just coming off vacation from New Orleans, and he coming right back to work nonstop.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Tony, you can hear us all right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. All right. So yeah. So I'm just going to ask you guys a couple of questions, and give us your feedback on the experience, and we'll just keep flowing with it. So the first question is, how has mom, or in your case, Antonio, your grandmother, impacted your life in making you the person that you are today? Hope, go
Oh,
first.
me first?
Hmm.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Well, okay. So I would say a good work ethic, right? Mom, you say, right? Always work hard. So that is my number one. Good work ethic, reliable, always there for you.
Yep,
Even when she's mad at you, she's still gonna show up for you.
this is
Okay.
true. Hmm.
Yeah. And she's resourceful and ambitious. Those are like some of the best qualities that I always liked about mom, that, she'll figure it out. Like she might not know exactly what to do at that
Hmm.
particular time, but she'll talk to the right people if she has to.
Yep.
And she will figure it out. And I do like her ambition, the fact that she just wasn't going to like let life get the best of her. Sometimes it can be difficult for people
Hmm.
that look like we do, right? Black folk.
Yep.
And so that was the whole thing. She wasn't just going to let that be a handicap for her.
Hmm.
And she always was pushing to do more. So I really admired that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I remember, when she was trying to get the driveway put into the house, you know, there were no driveways on our side of the street on Grove Street. So there was just parking on the street, and we always used to get tickets. So
Yeah.
I don't know how she came up with the idea to have a driveway installed right in front of the house, because it was a real small space, and it was just a retaining wall in there. But she got it done. There was a lot of red tape. People are telling her throughout the town and the city that she wasn't going to be able to do it. She had to go before the zoning board and put in a petition and submit it to all the neighbors in the area and make sure that no one was in disagreement with her putting in a driveway.
Yeah.
She got it done, went before the board, they approved it, and what do you know? She had her driveway installed, and now there's multiple driveways installed on the homes right there on Grove Street. So
That's true.
she definitely was an innovator, a trendsetter, and a woman that wouldn't be denied. I always thought that I got my entrepreneurial background from Abdul. You know Abdul, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, because he was always one to have all these great business ideas. He would come up with one a
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah, but now that I really look back on it, No, that came from mom. Mom was the
Yeah.
one that, yeah, she instilled that entrepreneurial spirit within us all. She 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 renovated. She bought the property next door from a tax sale,
Yep.
renovated it, set it up, and had it rented out. And
Yep.
got into the real estate market. I'm like, how you come up with that? You a single black woman raising three children, well, four with your grandson,
Yep.
and through it all, you was able to accomplish so much,
Yep.
so much. So we just really have to tip our hats to her, all of the great accomplishments in what she did, and just you know molded us and showed us that as long as you're willing, you're ambitious, and you don't give up, the sky is the limit. Put no limits on yourself. It can be done. You just have to want it for yourself and never take no for an answer.
Yeah. Agree.
Derek Battle, Mr. Sutherland, how are you, sir? Brother Richard, blessings, everyone. Adrian, good to see you all. Thanks for joining us here. Yeah, we're just having a live discussion here about our moms and what she has meant to us throughout her life, and how she has impacted us and all of the people that she has touched as well. And we're just, sharing some thoughts and memories about those things that went on in our lives and how she still has impacted us to this day. Tony, not sure if you're still
Yes, I'm here.
okay. So yeah, did you want to speak on that? How mom has impacted your life?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I had something that I would like for y'all to read. I just kind of had locked out the video so that way the lights wouldn't be a distraction. But
Okay.
Okay.
this comes from John chapter 12, verse 24. I just want to look it up real quick and read it, and then while I'm working on that, I had this concept called eyes and wings,
Hmm.
and that's what I think that I've received from my grandmother.
Hmm.
You know, eyes is to be able to see what to do, but the wings is what's to carry you to get there.
Wow.
And so a lot of times people have the eyes to see what to do, but they don't have the wings to carry them to that destination.
Absolutely.
Or they'll have the wings to get them there, but they don't have the vision. So
We
You
lost
still
you,
there?
Tony.
You there, Tony? Might have lost a signal.
is this better?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. So eyes and wings to be able to see what to do, and wings to have the strength to get you there.
Hmm.
So John chapter 12 reads this: most assuredly I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much gain. So I'll stop with that. So um, when I was first given this, that's what came to mind. And I remember being at 1086 Grove Street, that there were things that was to be installed, or that was being installed by my uncle, and then also by my grandmother, and also my aunt, and also my mother too. But this is Mom's Day, so I'm just kind of highlighting her.
Hmm. Think we lost you again, Tony.
Yeah, we did.
Tony, you there? All right. So we're gonna come back to you. We can finish up with that. All right. So let me get to the next question, and then we can hear back from Tony again.
Oh,
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you in the bad area?
I may be. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here. If you could just give me like a minute or two, I'll leave out.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we'll start with the next question, then we'll come back to you on that. All right. All right, Hope. So next question. So looking back on things now, what is it that you wish that you had did different with mom? What are your some things you regret?
Um, I think I definitely regret not taking like trips, like like when I think about like my mom came to live in Texas, the last 3 years of her life, and one of the things that I was trying to encourage her to do was take trips.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish that I had like actually just went ahead and like planned like a trip to like South Padre Island. It's like a
Okay.
long drive from where I live, but it's still within the state of Texas. We could have went to Galveston because she does know the Galveston area because Aunt B was
Right.
from
Right.
I think from Houston, I believe. She was living in Houston for a long period of time. Aunt B,
Oh
she was
yeah.
living in Texas, I believe. So she knew the Galveston area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it was definitely that. And I wish we had more family gatherings while she was
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah. Definitely. Mhm.
Yeah, because that was like one of the things I think like with dementia, you start to forget things, and for her, I do feel as though she was getting to that point where she wasn't remembering everybody well, and like having everybody around more often for one would have made her happy, and then two, it would have just made her more, like present and stuff like that, like to make sure that she remembers everything well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So those are definitely the things that I wish I did differently. I accepted
Okay.
mom for who she was many, many years ago. So, I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
do
kind of
it
had to,
now.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, she say what she feel. She did
That's
not
for
hold
sure.
back.
She ain't holding back on Nathan. She gonna
Yeah.
let you
So,
know.
mhm.
Yeah.
So
No
yeah.
doubt about
So
that.
I was okay with her.
Okay. Yeah. So I told you what my biggest regret was. I'm not going to share that now because I don't want to get emotional. But I will say
Yeah.
this: that when mom did get really sick and she had to go into a rehab center nursing facility after she had her stroke and the stroke. Um, it was just there was no way we could bring her home and she get the proper health care that was needed at home. So she had to go into that center, the nursing home, and it's just the healthcare service that was provided um, by this nursing home, and it was not just this one because she went to a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
was.
with each one there was different issues that went on, and from the point that she entered the nursing home, what the rehab centers, she just never recovered. Her health just steadily declined from there, and that was just one of the, I can't say a regret because we didn't have a choice. She had to be in a facility like that to get the care that was needed. When she was discharged from the hospital, they wouldn't even let her come home. So
Yeah.
it was not like we had a choice in the matter, but the health care service that was provided was not adequate, and that led to her health declining, and she just never recovered after that. So that was the thing that really stood out and really saddened my heart. For I wouldn't say she suffered, but she wasn't in a good place at that time.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I always ask myself all the time too, like, if she had a chance to do it differently,
Hmm.
would she have? And I'm not sure that she would have,
No,
right?
she wouldn't. She would have. Mom
Yeah,
was real stubborn. She was set in her ways, so she's going to
yeah,
do it her way or no way.
yeah. But that was like one of the things I remember her saying though, like when she was in there and like after the stroke because she was partially paralyzed on one side.
Hmm.
Uh, well, the one side was paralyzed for the most part. Well, actually, she did get some, so I don't even want to say that. So she was partially paralyzed, but she did have some movement, just not great
Yes,
movement.
yes,
And so, one of the things she was saying that like this was really hard. She was like, it sucks.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So like I felt like she probably had some regret, but she never like stated it. Like maybe she
Hmm.
would had just taken the medication and just done some little things that could have like helped her not be in that situation.
Yeah. So on that note, I just want to say to everybody out there listening, you have to take care of your health. Because once your health starts to decline and you're not taking care of yourself, it's just going to be a very bad battle. Derek, no point intended. But it's just, I mean, you're going to be at the mercy of others, and you don't want to put yourself in that type of predicament. So we have to do everything within our powers to maintain our health, take all the necessary precautions, get yourself checked, and take your meds as you're supposed to. I'm one that is very opposed to taking meds. I'm with the herbs and natural medicines, but you do what you have to do to get yourself in a better healthier situation.
Hmm.
But we have to ensure that we're doing everything within our powers to take care of our health and try to stabilize our health.
Yeah.
So, Tony, are you in a better place now? There we go.
Yeah, I believe this is much better now.
Okay.
Does this work?
Yep.
All right, awesome.
All right.
So,
So,
mhm. So
you want to go back to where you started off?
yeah, I want to go back to question one.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, hello.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I want to go back to question one, and it reads John chapter 12, verse 24. This is what came to mind um about how she impacted my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, most assuredly, I say unto you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain. So, what this is talking about is that in order for something to be fruitful, something has to be taken off, something has to go away, so that there can be more fruitfulness that can come out of it. And that's what I think when it comes to my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I associate that with work tenacity. I associate that with just willing to, do whatever it takes to get the job done. I associate that to just her fortitude, tenacity, and just to be able just to keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
So um, that's what I believe. That I mean, it's a lot. You know what I mean? That's just more of the work spectrum. But she was tough, but she always did people right though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she was supposed to pay them, that's what she paid them.
Mm-hmm.
She never left anybody hanging. She was always available for people. She was always generous. She was always caring. Um, so all of that basically impacted me too because she was a very giving, a very loving, a very hospitable
Yes.
person.
Mm-hmm.
You rung her doorbell, you always had food. You could always, take a nap or go to sleep, after she had a conversation with you. You know what I mean? So she was always hospitable,
Mm-hmm.
um, and she was just open. So those would be some of the things that I would say that she impacted me personally and showed me the way um, with. Um, and also, too, is being honest. She showed me how to stand up for myself the right way too.
Okay.
you know, because a little bit more in the household I was in, it was a little bit more passive. You know what I mean? And letting things slide. Well, mom didn't let things slide. Yeah, you know what I mean.
You got that right.
And I feel like it's necessary for today. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like the lessons that I learned at 1086 Grove Street, specifically my grandmother, were the exact lessons that I needed today to be able to um, survive, and not just to survive, but also to flourish as well, because it's necessary to be that way in this day and in this age. You know, you have to be that way.
Amen.
So, um, so that's my response to that.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Do you want to respond on the next question? Do you have any regrets on anything that you didn't do with mom or did do with mom?
Oh, sure. I think I think there's two I want to share.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, when I was about, I guess, around 7, I was kind of out of mom's life due to family situations,
Right.
and I think that that's a regret, even though I didn't have control over that.
Right.
But that's definitely a regret, because I might have been able to absorb the lessons quicker and
Mm-hmm.
faster. Might have been able to apply it. Might have been able to, um, it's a lot that I missed out as it relates to family,
Mm-hmm.
but more specifically the relationship with my grandmother early.
Okay.
That, and then also too, uh, the other regret is that when I did come in the picture, I just wasn't in the right mind frame. You know, I wish that maybe I was a little bit more mature
Okay.
in my thinking and in my reasoning um, to maybe seize the opportunities a little bit better. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Yes.
Because sometimes when we're going through things, we feel that it's always going to be there. You know what I mean?
True.
And you don't really realize that it's really just for a season. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so when we go through those seasons, we look at it as, this is an annoyance to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but the truth of the matter is that it was something that was needed. So
Yeah.
that that's definitely a regret too.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. Love that. All right. So let's get into most memorable moment. Hope, what's your most memorable moment with mom?
Okay. So, because Robbie doesn't remember the barbecue that I was going to, and I'm pretty sure that I have my timeline wrong because I thought about it. I said one of the persons that I said was there. I didn't meet that person until I was like 19, right? One of my friends, Joquan, right? So I didn't meet Joquan until I was like 19. So I, I'm pretty much sure that is the one that I'm referring to, the event. But since I don't have it framed right, I'm gonna move on to another moment,
Okay.
which I'll use Christmas at my house when all of you came. And
Okay.
mom, that was mom's first Christmas in Texas. And we
Yeah.
had the karaoke machine
Yeah.
and we acted a fool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun because, yeah, mom was like looking happy. It was a really nice time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was definitely one of the most enjoyable moments. Yeah. You know, I know she was sad to leave New Jersey, but that time, that Christmas there at your place in Fort Worth, Texas,
Hmm.
yeah, that was a special moment. We had all the family there together,
Yeah,
and we really had a good time and
we
enjoyed
did.
one another. And yeah, that
Hmm.
was truly a blessing. Truly a blessing. All right, so one of the most memorable moments for me was when so let me just say this. Mom was such a hard and dedicated worker that she didn't take any time off from work. So she didn't really come to any of our high school events or activities. My football games and baseball games and none of that stuff. She never came out to them. So it was just accepted that she wasn't going to be there. So I just had to accept that. But when I did, I went into the service and I went to boot camp. It was in Great Lakes, Illinois. And after I graduated from boot camp, mom flew out to Great Lakes and she was there for the graduation. So I was really surprised by that. I was really shocked to see her. But yeah, that was a great, great memory that I will always cherish. Yeah. Tony, greatest memory? You muted?
Okay, yeah. So it's it. I guess it might seem a little small, but it was just some of my favorite memories. Actually, being in the car with her and her get into arguments with people that was behind her, and kind of going off on them. You know
uh,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of you know. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I drive for a living now, at least for the most part, or a
Right.
part, and seeing the stuff that people do and
Mhm.
how she would vocalize,
Oh God.
the stuff that they were doing, you
Yeah.
know.
Do y'all
Yeah.
think that New Jersey has some of the angriest drivers? Who's angrier than New Jersey drivers? I don't know. It's a lot of
Maybe New York.
maybe New York. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, it's so funny though.
Mm.
And so that was, but just for you, Uncle Rob, I remember her talking about that graduation
Prom?
in the Navy. Yeah, yeah, because she used to talk about it with me.
What's she say?
Well, she always said how proud of you she was. She said she
Wow.
never felt a proud. She never felt so proud of you. At that moment. You know what I mean? And she
Mm.
was like, she was just amazed at how quick you guys were moving and stuff that you was doing. Obviously,
Mm.
I wasn't there, but that was something that when we had our talks, her being in the kitchen, that's
Yeah.
definitely something that she talked about.
Wow. See, I never knew that. I never knew that. So I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Appreciate that. Mhm. All right. So next question. All right. So this one's gonna be kind of funny. So, what are some of the bad habits or bad things that you now start to realize that you do and you can attribute to mom? Oh,
Ah, well, I think when I was younger, I don't think I have like the same mindset anymore. But I do think when I was younger, I
uh-huh.
was quick to dismiss people. Like,
Quick to what?
dismiss people, like,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
don't value relationships that much. It was just like, what you say? Oh, okay. I don't need to talk to you. Like,
Yeah, you did. Ooh, man, cut people short real quick. I was like, wow,
yeah,
what's that about? Yeah, 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 yeah. You definitely got that from your mother.
yeah.
Man,
I've gotten
mm,
Will say it.
what do you say?
He's like, huh? No,
Will back?
no. Yeah, he's here.
Come here, Will. Let me see you, man.
He want to see you. Yeah.
Come on, get on camera real quick. So this Hope fiance, Big Will, the grill master.
Yes, here I
Mello,
am. I'm painting.
you painting?
Yeah, working on the kitchen.
All right, all right, all right. So, man, we hold on now. We gotta get you in here for a couple of these. I know you was out to the store, but yeah, we got to get you in because you came in a little late, but you had the opportunity to meet moms and
I did.
share some moments and experiences with her. So Let me get back to one. Let me see which one. Hope we wanted to get Will to
I
speak
think he
on.
wanted to say most memorable moment for him, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the most memorable moment that I have Miss McCray was I had just met her for the first time, and me and Hope swung by our apartment when she was staying over there.
Get him on camera. Hope
Oh,
can't see him.
Yeah, we went by her apartment where she was staying at, and
Mm.
she had bought us some McDonald's. I'm like, I was kind of whispering to Hope, I'm like, babe, we already ate. She said, yeah, but Mama, she bought us some too. And I'm like, okay, I mean, we're gonna have to put it on down because she ain't gonna let us leave till we eat.
Got that right. You got that right.
So I think that was one of my most memorable moments of
Mhm.
just first meeting her and her demeanor and
Yeah.
was, you know.
Yeah. Mom would get highly upset if she had some food for you and you ain't eat. Even if
I
you
bet
was
she would.
full,
I could just see it on
man,
her
you
face.
better make some room.
Yeah, he better make some room. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of
Will
way.
found it. Will found
Yeah.
it.
I found some room. I found some room real quick.
Mhm.
Oh
I
yeah.
found-
Wow. Yeah, that's good, bro. That's good. Minister Jadine, blessings, my sis. How are you? Brother Mello, my man, my Mello. What's good, brother? Good to see you. So yeah, that was good, man. That was good. All right, Tony, you want to speak on that?
Yeah, I do. One of the highlights about mom is she used to go out in her house coat, and she
Oh
used to
God.
go start walking around. Yeah, yeah. So there's been a couple of times,
Uh,
I'll be on the phone with somebody and not even realizing it. I'm outside in my house coat. You know what I
oh,
mean? And I'm just talking to people. I'm
oh,
serious. Yeah,
Oh,
but
Oh God.
but yeah, that's on top of it. Sometimes it will be hot too.
mm,
But that's one of the things that uh, I could definitely say that's kind of funny
yeah, yeah.
because I was looking at that. I was on the phone with somebody, and then I came back inside. I was like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't.
Yes,
Yeah, I sure
you did.
did.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
Hey,
up and down in front of the house.
Mhm. All right. I got one for you. Here you go, Hope. This one for you. So now that I'm of age to go out and go shopping for myself, I remember as kids when we used to go to the supermarket. You know where I'm going, Hope.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So when we used to be in the store going shopping, we putting stuff in the shopping cart, and mom taking stuff off the shelf. She opened up a bag of cookies or something. She
Oh God,
started.
yes.
She's shopping. And then by the time we get up to the register, that bag about finished. So she ain't making the bag up. The bag goes back on the shelf.
And get a fresh one, right? Get a fresh one.
Yeah, yeah. And I found myself doing this supermarket. I'm like, that's mom right there. I said, I ain't doing that. But yeah, that was mom. Woo. We'd be in that supermarket. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah,
She was funny.
that was funny. Woo. All right, so next one. Oh, funniest moment with mom.
Oh, okay. So this was a hindsight funny, not
Yeah.
that funny when it happened. So,
Tony, can you mute? Go ahead.
okay. So, I don't know exactly how long mom was here in Texas when this happened, but one night, like after work, I'm actually about to go to sleep because it's after 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I get a call, and so it's mom's phone, and she's just like, "Oh, I got a problem. Let me put this guy on the phone. Here,
Famous
talk to my
word.
daughter. Yeah. Here, talk to my daughter." So some guy gets on the phone and he's saying that, well, your mom is here. She got lost, and I didn't feel comfortable putting her back out on the road because she doesn't seem to, exactly know where she is. And
Mm,
want to, see if you get her. I'm like, okay. So I was just like, all right, well, where are you located? So he said, Oklahoma. Wait a minute, Oklahoma.
Huh?
So yeah, Oklahoma City.
Oh man.
Yes. And so then I was just like, this can't be right. So then, of course, I get on the phone with mom and I'm just like, Mom, why would you keep driving? It's 3 hours
Yeah.
away. I was like, why would you keep driving to Oklahoma? I don't know. I just was trying to get to my house. I got on, what she said, she was on 35 South, I
Uh,
think is what she said she was.
mm,
And she was just trying to find her way back home.
Lord.
So ultimately, I had to go out there and get her,
Mm,
and then and I was tired. So what ends up happening is, so she's saying to the guy who, who she's there with, because now she's with him and his wife and his kid, and
mm.
she's like, well, I don't know what she mad about. I'm the one who lost. So he says, well, she does have to come get you. So
You think?
that's fine. So then I get there and then, I meet his wife. And so she says, well, she's like, I'm so used to my husband picking up all these stray dogs
Mm.
on the side of the road. And so she said, but I had to tell him, this is like an all-time high. You know, I was like tired of you with all these stray dogs, but now you're gonna bring home an elderly black woman.
Ooh.
You done hit the top on like what are you doing? You gonna bring home a black woman, right? An older black woman. So it was funny. She only was saying that in jest. It wasn't like,
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean,
I
like
was
she
about
had
to
a
say.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she got in the car happy because they just came back from IHOP. They had
Better.
good conversation. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
oh,
So she got her some new friends, and
I
she
tell
was
you.
happy. But yeah, the that was the beginning of many trips on the highway
Who
to
you
pick
telling?
up mom from different places. Will
Mm.
can attest to that. That was like one of the first times that me and him spent a long time on the phone because he was just like, calm down, calm down, because I'm mad because I'm gonna
Uh,
go down the road to go get her from somewhere.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's your mama.
Yeah, and it's so funny though, because I think that was like always my peeve too, right? Like when I get there, she know I'm gonna be mad because I'm
Mm.
just like she keep doing it. I keep asking her, please stop driving at night. It's not good, right? But then she'll just do silly stuff, and then when I show up, want some chicken? So you
Chicken
will
always
start,
makes it better
yeah,
though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chicken always makes it better.
yeah.
There you go.
They always trying to give me some doggone chicken. I was like, I don't want no
Chicken and
darn
pizza.
chicken. Oh yeah,
Oh
because
man.
that's like 'cause I was telling Robbie earlier that one of the times she was so mad at me because I guess I wanted to. Okay, so the police called me a couple times to go get her, and
Mm.
so I wanted them. Can you take her license? And they can't, right? Unless she does something unlawful, they can't take it.
Right.
But then you know she doesn't want me to drive her car. I want her. I want to drive. She don't want. So she was like, you ain't doing nothing. Go get your butt in the side or go over there. So
Yeah.
so all I could do is just look stupid. I could just look stupid as the police officer holds the door open, was like, get on in, just get in. Like that's it. It is what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh wow.
It is what it is. Yeah. Mhm.
Man, your mama was a mess. Mm.
She was. She was. Yeah.
Oh man, too
She
funny.
liked
Too
driving.
funny. Yeah, that's for sure. Will, you got one?
Let me think. On this moment. Yeah, I think whenever we was actually moving your mom,
Mm.
me and my son was toting everything out. I could just tell the way she was looking at us, like, "Don't turn my stuff up, boy." She had a little blue jean hat on, a little blue shirt on, and she just stood out there. She's watching every move we make. Boy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Inspector.
You just tell that look on her face and like, don't you back
Yes.
stuff up.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah, that's too funny. Tony, you got one? You muted? Okay.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one of my favorite stories, or memory moments about mom is walking up 1086 Grove Street
Mm-hmm.
and her telling me about the neighbors, and kind of pointing them at this house and this person is an MFer and you know, different things like that. Um, let me give something a little bit different. One of my favorite memories about my grandmother is going to the beach. She loved going to the beach and going to Seaside Heights
Okay.
and um, just the long the me being young, feeling like it was a long trip really wasn't, but just feeling like it was a long trip and her putting on some BB King or some
Oh wait.
blues.
Yes.
hmm and the Oldsmobile, the gray Oldsmobile, you know.
Hey, yeah.
hmm And once again with the food there too. But
Okay.
I remember one time I was in uh, I have really bad allergies and but that time when we would go to beach, she would have me try New England clam chowder soup, and different things like. Matter of fact, I got another one too, a nurturing one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is when I was sick because I would have really really bad cold in my chest,
Mm-hmm.
and what she would do is she would take some vapor rub Vicks
No, boy.
and rub it on my chest, and
Make.
then put a towel on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I tell you what, after her doing that a couple of times, I always felt better.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's another one of my favorite memories as well.
She tell you to take a spoonful.
Yeah. hmm
Home
Yeah.
remedies
What
was
about you,
it.
Hope?
We
You
didn't
got
go to the
you?
doctor.
Huh? What you
Oh,
say?
wait a minute. I don't know which one. I'm not
Oh
sure.
wait, I'm
Oh, he
sorry.
took off his headset. Oh, okay. But no, I was
Yeah,
saying that
I
home
had
remedies
tried take
definitely.
I had tried taking off the headset. Maybe I would yeah, I had tried taking off the headset to maybe see if sound a little bit better. But yeah, those are
Yeah,
just some of my memorable memories,
yeah.
favorite memories.
Hope you ate some Vicks.
I'm sorry, one
Did
second.
I eat Vicks?
I did.
I'm not sure
You
if
did?
I ate Vicks. I know we drank some collard, well, not collard green, but we definitely drank some green juice. We always had to drink some
Yeah.
green juice. We had castor oil.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, and the mixture. Remember that mixture she used to do? Like if you had a sore throat, you do the honey with
Mm-hmm.
the egg and the baking soda.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, mom
Always
definitely come
was.
up with some remedies. Get you right
hmm
quick.
Yeah, we didn't really go to the doctor much.
Nah, doctor, what's that? Mm-mm.
That
Our
is
doctor
that.
right
There you
there.
go.
We had an in-house doctor.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, she definitely got me to eat some Vicks too.
hmm
I know we not supposed to, but when mom say eat it, you eat it.
Yeah.
All right. Ain't that something? Thoughtful.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. So I got one funny story, but
hmm
it's pretty much the same in line with what I hope earlier. When her dementia started getting bad, and she went on a drive and ended up hours away. I'm not gonna really go into that, so that's fine. But yeah, it's just unfortunate,
hmm
at dementia, that's something serious. when it's coupled with diabetes. Am I getting the echo?
No, I don't hear echo.
I can hear an echo.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have to hit mute button?
All right, I'm
Yeah, but yeah, with the dementia coupled with the diabetes, and when her sugar was out of whack, her dementia really got worse. You really knew that something was going on there. Well, especially when her sugar levels were elevated. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's very unfortunate. Um, wouldn't wish it on anybody because once your memory starts to go and you have no recollection of what you're doing and what's going on, that's really got to be a terrible place to be in. So, you know, like I said, we got to do all that we can to, keep our health in order. And hopefully we don't have to endure some of those things. All right. So, last question, round table. So, we're going to go with everybody on this one. So, how will you remember mom? Oh,
Um, you know, it's things like this, right? Where we have like a sort of like a memorial to her, getting on this live and speaking about her through pictures, through visits to the gravesite. Because I
hmm
actually do talk to her like when I go there, I don't know. I haven't really gotten rid of all mom's things yet.
okay.
I don't know why, but I haven't. So I do. I still have conversation with her in my head because I feel like she's listening. So
hmm
that's how I do it.
Okay. Well,
Uh, some of the same lines that what Hope said. A lot of times we'll have conversations about, we'll be talking about something, and I'll be like, remember your mom. So it's always something that goes on our daily lives that we'll always
right.
remember. Something she said, the way she was looking at us, or something she might have just busted out and just said something. I'm like, oh, what was that? I
Hmm.
remember when I was changing. You was there, Rob, when I was putting in the garbage disposal. She thought I was a
Yes.
repairman. She didn't even know.
Right. 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 Yep.
A maintenance repairman. I'm thinking,
Hmm.
no, I'm done. Then she got to talk about my goatee, like, well, why is it just all white or something? I'm like, I'm getting old. Little stuff like
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Tony, how will you remember mom?
that.
well. For me, it's a lot of different ways.
Okay.
One is her recipes,
Mm,
making fruit salads.
mm-hmm.
So um, last summer my grandmother passed, and when I came back to making fruit salads, and I've been finding myself constantly making fruit salads.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also have tried to make Louisiana dishes because I knew that she's from Louisiana.
Yes.
I went to Louisiana.
New Orleans.
Yeah. Um, Here's what I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
if I could just add this in.
Sure.
After going to New Orleans and coming back, she was really a one of a kind woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because to understand their level of poverty
Mm-hmm.
and lack, and for her, she could have been a very complacent woman. She could have been just like I don't want to say the rest of them as if, you know what I'm saying, but she could have been the rest of them and just stayed down there poor and just, have a little house and make her meals and go on her way. But she was a visionary, and I really didn't understand that until I went to Louisiana. And then you think about it, I think my grandmother was in her 20s when she left Louisiana, somewhere around there, right?
I think so.
21.
So how does somebody in their 20s go to a place they've never been before,
Mm-hmm.
1,100 miles away?
Wow.
That's how far it is from New Jersey to Louisiana. It's 1,100 miles.
Mhm.
It is about an 18-hour drive. And out of all the places, why New Jersey? You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And also it had to show too that she she was inspired, but it also shows, in my opinion, because New Jersey is right next to New York, so
Hmm.
I don't want to say she liked the fast pace, but I think that there was something in this area that attracted her. I guess what I'm saying is, I'm not really getting the right word, but I think y'all pretty much knowing like what I'm headed towards, because she,
Opportunity. It was opportunity, advancement.
opportunity, and and just wanting more for her life,
Right.
so that had to be something that had to be part of her makeup. And I think that's what made her stand out. Why would you go 1,100 miles away, drive 18 hours to New Jersey, right at borderline in New York? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
She could have been just, with the rest of them down there, but she wanted something more for her life. She was built different. And then she was also willing to go on an adventure to seek it out, just much like you want hope.
Hmm.
She went from Louisiana to New Jersey. You went from New Jersey to Texas in
Yes.
the hopes of experiencing things different. And you have, you know what I mean? It worked out for her because she had the house in 1086 Grove Street and 1088. And then she had, Washington Street. And then now you went from New Jersey to Texas. And now you have your house and you have your things you're built on. And so, you know, she so I think Aunt Hope, if this is like any edification to you, that's one of the ways that you're like her too,
Hmm.
is that you're willing to step out to go after what you want. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yep.
And when we do step out, we do accomplish those things. When we do, um that I want to throw in there. What was the question again? I'm sorry. Oh, how will I remember her? Okay, yeah, the fruit salad. I've been making it almost every week. Um, the cooking, trying to make Louisiana dishes. I don't really remember her making red beans and rice, but I do remember the gumbo she would make, and I've been trying that technique. Um, um, Also, the entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial spirit and bloodline, passing it on to the kids, and just some of the same etiquettes that I got from 1086 Grove Street, how to set a house, and, how to keep it clean, and how to, different things like that. You know what I mean? So with me, it's very severe. So for me, memory of mom is almost, it's not, it's an everyday lifestyle. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So that's my response.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, how I will remember mom. I don't know why I'm still getting that echo. Hold on one second.
I just muted again.
No, I don't think it's you. Okay. Yeah. So, how I'm gonna remember mom. She's an innovator. Uh, she is a very determined woman. She has a very determined spirit. Like I said in the opening, that she's not going to be denied. If she wants something, she's going to go after it, pursue it with all her might and her vigor, and she will accomplish her goals at the end of the day. And that is something that I truly admired about mom. Her resourcefulness, her willingness to make sacrifices for her kids. You know, especially for you, Tony. When you were coming up, And your mom's Monique. Sorry she couldn't be on with us today, but mom had to take on. Well, she had to go to work on the night shift at her job so that she can watch you in the morning. So Monique, your mother could go to school and finish out her high school and get her diploma. And did she graduate with her class, Hope?
She sure did.
Yeah,
She
because
got to
mom
watch
made
her.
that. Yeah, she made that sacrifice. I mean, she go to work from what, midnight to 7, 8 in the morning, come home, have to get you, and take care of you for that time being while Monique went off to school. And I used to feel so bad for her because she hardly got any sleep. And then she go right back to work. And I'm like, oh man, but she did it. She made that sacrifice for all of us,
Hmm.
because that's just who she was.
Yep.
She had that determination, that spirit, that love and sincerity that I'm going to make sure that I do for my kids so they have everything that they want in life. And she just passed that on to us in various ways. And, now we get to live out and speak upon it. For now, we can bear witness and attest to all of the wonderful things in which she has done in enabling us to live a better life. So I'm just going to always cherish her memories, her thoughts, and all of her great accomplishments. And, when I reflect upon all of the things that she has done, I'm like, wow. I mean, as a single mother raising 3 to 4 kids,
Hmm.
and you did it all by yourself,
Yeah.
you know, got into built up another home, renovated it, was a community block leader for Grove
She was.
Street.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she did a lot. She did a
She
lot.
did. She really did.
Yeah,
And
and we
one of
haven't
the
even accomplished a half of what she has done, and
It's
she did it
true.
as a single black woman. Go ahead,
It's
who?
true. I was gonna say one of the things that I always like. I felt like what mom encouraged in the family is
Hmm.
I used to like how I would describe it. I was like, the family is like the Marines, right? Like somebody fall down, we don't just leave you to just
No,
fall apart. We're gonna pick you up and we just gonna carry you the rest of the way. And that's how we all have been. And I do
yep,
feel like that is from the influence of mom. She ain't
ab-
never let nobody fall to the wayside. All of us have had our share of things that we probably wish we did better, or
mhm,
maybe had a struggle or something like that, or challenge. We'll say the best word is challenge.
right.
But one of the things was that she always backed you. She always had your back, provided support
She
where it
curse you
was
out
needed.
first, but she gonna back you up.
Yeah, she gonna tell you about yourself. She gonna tell you. You gonna
Yeah,
find out. You don't know. You gonna find out.
that's for
But yeah,
sure.
but that was like the whole thing. Though, never let you fall to the wayside. And I
Yep.
always appreciate it about her. I always appreciate it about this family overall because like everybody still like sticks together, and that's what's important. And I
Everybody,
feel like I learned that from mom. Mhm.
everybody.
All right. Yeah.
All right, all right, all
Silence.
right, go ahead, go
Silence. Okay. Okay.
ahead.
Well, some people
I get everything.
benefited. Some
Yeah, well,
people benefited from the
right,
goodness of the
right.
family. Let's say.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. I'm so glad we had this discussion, this
Yep.
time to reflect and share different stories and some things I never even heard of before. Like Tony, what you said about mom's uh, showing how proud of me she was during that time when I went into the service.
Absolutely.
I never knew of that. So yeah, I thank you for sharing that. And yeah, this is good. Very good. So, in you guys have any last words you want to share before we close out?
Well, the one thing I was gonna say, just to tease Tony a little bit, I was like, yeah, you really did pick up that being in your your robe outside because when the first time he came to Texas with me, he helped me drive here,
Right.
and I gave him a robe that I had, and I was like, oh,
Uh,
present just to help me out, and he tried to wear it to the Walmart.
no, he
He
didn't.
tried to wear, he liked the robe. He tried
Tony.
to wear it to the
Tony.
Walmart
Oh, I don't
with
remember
with
that.
the cowboy hat.
Oh, now you don't remember.
That's right, because we went to cabin Thursday. You got your cowboy hat, and yes, you did stand outside and talk on the phone and hung on the porch, that's right, with your robe and your cowboy hat.
Nah,
You did
say
it.
it
You
ain't so.
yeah. And what was so funny too? He had on like because you got on shorts underneath, so he got
Yeah.
on the robe and he got like on like white
Boop.
tube socks and sneakers. Seriously, like we not going anywhere like this.
Man. Ooh, wee. Yeah.
So you don't remember that, Tony?
Nah.
I think I remember vaguely, maybe.
I think so, 'cause we was
Man. I love it.
Um,
I really do.
no, I know I said it before, but I think I just kind of want to reiterate it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had so
You're breaking up or you muted.
I'm sorry. I was saying that I know I had kind of said it before, but I didn't get a chance to go to Lake Arthur. That's like more on the Lafayette, Baton Rouge side of New Orleans,
Okay.
Louisiana, excuse me. But she was a very special woman. She just didn't become special when she had children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
She was special before we were even there. You know what I mean?
Had to be.
When let me say this, I went to Louisiana and I've never seen. Okay, so what she had to have overcome had to be psychological
Mm-hmm.
because everything in her environment should have told her just to stay still and be complacent. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because probably around that time, I can't remember the date that she was born, but segregation was still going on in the South. We could say that.
She was born in 38.
38. Okay.
Oh,
So,
it would be just
so,
yeah.
yeah. So you're talking about segregation,
Mm-hmm.
and you're talking about women not having the same rights or opportunities or like as it is now.
Right.
So, and on top of that, she was black.
Mm-hmm.
So to overcome all of that, to go to a place that she's never been before, don't know nobody, is intriguing,
Yeah.
and it's not like those days are like our days now, like where we have cell phones and we can send emails and stuff. It was none of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when she made a decision, you know, I'm kind of referencing it to almost like Abraham. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the story of Abraham is that Abraham was a person in the Bible, and God told him to get you out from our family country and go to a land that I'll show you, and I will prosper you there. And that's the short version of Abraham. And but she was like an Abraham. You know what I mean? She left her state, she left her family, she left all of that to go somewhere really that she didn't know.
Right.
And she built and then acquired homes and acquired family and children and work and this is as a woman during times of segregation, during times of racism, during times where women were made to feel like they were inferior to men.
Mm-hmm.
And she overrided all of that and did it anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
That's special.
Hmm.
And that like I found myself in New Orleans because I needed a vacation, and I had a choice between New Orleans and Florida because it was like $50 a ticket, so it was really good price. But I wanted to go to New Orleans because I wanted to get a better understanding of where my grandmother came from. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
And I was able to get an understanding of where she came from.
Hmm.
So that's my ending remark.
Tony, let me ask you, how far is New Orleans from Lake Arthur? Mom was born in Lake Arthur, correct?
It's
Um,
far, Robbie. It's far.
Oh yeah.
it's about a 2.5 3 hour drive.
Wow.
That she's more on the side of Baton Rouge and Lafayette.
Okay.
I looked up where she was born,
Mhm.
and when you look at it on the map, uh, she was born. She was born right by the waters.
Okay.
She was born right by the waters, uh, not too far from the Texas borderline. Matter of fact, I got even a better one for you. Lake Arthur isn't too far from Shreveport,
Okay.
Correct.
which was the boat you was on.
Ah, you remember that one?
Yeah, see, I told you my memory's dangerous.
Oh, because I didn't even remember that. I did not remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Rob was on the USS Shreveport.
I wonder if Mom knew the correlation.
I don't know,
Oh,
but Shreveport is not that close to Lake Arthur, but it's on the same side. So
Oh,
it's on the west side of Louisiana.
okay.
and we went
Hmm.
there. Me and Monique went there to Lake Arthur. I told you that, right?
Say it again.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we went there.
Oh,
I can't remember what year that was. It was actually, I think it was before Mom had moved here to Texas. But that was
no.
like when we were first meeting Mercedes. Remember, we went to visit Mercedes in Carthage?
Right.
Right. So I think that year, Monique, I don't know, whenever Monique first moved out here to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
we all went to Lake Arthur because they were
Mm-hmm.
having a get together, the Dubones, right? Dubone family.
Right.
They were having a get together. And so we went and we got to meet all of them for the most part. And we got to see the house, like where she grew up, because, we like walked around the corner and were able to see the home there. I mean, it is a depressed area. And I'm not going to lie, when I told Mom that we went there, when we got to see the area, and I even talked to a person that she knew, like growing
Mm-hmm.
up. Um, I told her, I was like, that was the best thing she ever did for herself
Really.
was out of there. Yeah, she did. That was
Oh,
the
okay.
best she ever did for herself. Now, why she chose New Jersey, I don't think I ever asked her that question, but that would have been a great question.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, did we ever have that conversation with Mom? But no, I don't think we did.
I don't think
I'm
so
sorry.
either.
What was that question?
Why did
Like,
she
why?
decide to go to New Jersey?
Right.
Well, I don't remember why New Jersey. I remember she wanted to do something with nursing. I remember that,
Yeah, I remember
and I
that.
do remember her, and I do remember her saying that there was just nothing near in Lake Arthur
Yeah,
when
she
she
did.
was there.
She did say that.
But those are the only two things I remember about that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Hmm. Wow. But yeah, this is good. This is very good. Hmm. Tony, I wish your mom could have been here because she has a very good memory as well, and a lot of things that we are unaware of. I'm quite sure that she would know, but hopefully we can have those conversations in the very near future. But yeah, I'm just glad that we have the opportunity to share our experiences and ongoings. And for each and every one of you out there listening and watching, um, just know that tomorrow's promised to no one. So, there will come a time and place, if you have not already, where you will experience the loss of a loved one. And the main reason why we chose to do this broadcast was to, just reflect upon the good times. And that's going to help us and hopefully help you in going through that grieving process. For there is no blueprint or no template in how to deal with these manners when they do come about. But it is something that we're all going to have to go through, and it's just as long as we can communicate with our existing family members, talk about the good memories, have some good laughs and jokes. It makes getting through it that much easier. So yeah, just wanted to reinforce those words and make sure that you're getting that, you're receiving that. And when you're going through that time of need and feeling a little depressed, just call upon your loved ones, your family members, and reflect upon the good times. And hopefully that'll help you get through it that much better. All right. Hope you got anything else before we close out. Think we lost Tony.
Yeah, it looks like he got disconnected. So. No, I didn't have anything else to add. I'm glad you did it. I guess I was like nervous about doing it, but now I'm glad you did it. It was like it's really nice to
Yeah, I'm glad
talk
you
about
came on.
it.
I really am. I really am. Yeah, this was good. This was very enlightening, and it's really revealing and therapeutic as well. I do feel better. Because this is the day in which uh, she passed last year, and I was getting a little depressed. But doing this now, I feel so much better. I do.
Hmm.
I do.
Hmm.
I hope you do as well.
I do. I'm proud of mom. I'm glad she
Oh
was
yeah.
who she was.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Nothing but fond memories, and we can always hold on to that. So yeah.
Yep.
All right, family. So with that being said, once again, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us and being a part of this broadcast as we reflect upon the time and life of our dearly departed mother, Greta McCrae. And we just want to encourage each and every one of you to hold on to those memories. And as you're going through your times and your situations, just always reflect upon the good times. Uh, Keep your family and loved one close by, and you can always share those memories, and it'll make your journey that much easier. So once again, Tony's coming back on. So just bring him on.
All right. Sorry
Yeah,
about
Tony,
that.
no problem. Yeah, we're just gonna close out. You have anything you want to say before we close out?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah, so on behalf of Antonio McCrae, Hope McCrae, and myself, Rob McCrae, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Be blessed, be prosperous, walk strong in the Lord, and have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of your week. God bless.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.